Hey everybody, how you guys doing? We are working on our classroom to career segment, and I get to sit down with Erin Dullard. She's a former ISU alumni. She majored in risk management insurance, and today I get to sit down with her and talk about the major. So, Erin, how are you doing today?
Good. Thanks, John. How are you?
I'm doing well. So, first, could you tell me the position and company that you're working for right now?
Sure. So I work for Swiss Re. It's a reinsurance company, and I am a senior client manager responsible for the life and health business, and I'm based in Bogota, Colombia.
That's awesome. So, what made you want to decide to pursue a major in risk management and insurance?
I am a legacy. So my dad and my grandfather both worked in insurance. That's how I got to know a little bit about insurance. I actually went to ISU and started an actuarial program. But once I started taking some of the risk management classes and getting involved with Gamma Iota Sigma, I really kind of fell in love with the insurance major and ended up switching.
And you'd say it's a pretty good switch overall. I'm considering you're going to Bogota right now, living in Colombia. It sounds like a pretty good switch.
Yeah. The funny thing is actually when my first job at Swiss Re, I did a lot of actuarial adjacent work. So I was glad to have had that background as well. But yeah, I felt really well prepared by the major at ISU, and then getting into a training program and kicking off my career that way.
Yeah, Illinois State seemed like it really prepared you. So, my next question for you is, what was your favorite major related class and why?
I saw that question, and it's been so long since I've been in the classes. So I was having trouble almost remembering the names of some of them. One class that I still use quite a bit was just the initial risk management class, which is kind of a funny thing because it's like the most foundational class in the risk management insurance major. But I end up using it quite a lot, actually, even just in basic conversations. And another one that I got a lot out of, even though I don't work in property anymore, was Dr. Algren's property insurance class, which is the first kind of senior level major class.
Yeah, I heard that's a super valuable class. A lot of people like to talk about that one.
Yeah. Dr. Algren was a true visionary, taking the class partially online back in that day when, who would have ever guessed we'd be in this situation? But at least it made this experience possible, right?
Yeah, he's definitely an innovator. And then how do you think ISU prepared you for that role?
So I think the way in which the insurance major is put together, there are really solid classes that give you a good foundation in terms of kind of everything you'll need to know going into the industry. You have enough of a general knowledge of enough of different things that you can have intelligent conversations, even as a college kid, with professionals. And then that married with some of the social component of the major, the exposure that we had to different companies, different alum that had graduated through the program, and having the ability to kind of put those things together, right? What you're learning in the classroom plus the out of the classroom training with industry events, different connections with alumni and professionals was a really good way to get a good feeling for a lot of different areas of the insurance industry.
Gotcha. That's awesome. It sounds like it's really done you well and really prepared you. And what do you think you like best about your current job, and what are some of the biggest challenges?
Yeah. Okay. So what I like best about my current job is I work with a lot of really great people in a lot of different areas, both internally at Swiss Re and externally at clients. So the way that our team is set up in Latin America, I'm responsible for anything that comes in the door from any client in the 4 countries that I'm responsible for, which are Colombia, Peru, Bolivia, and Ecuador. So I kind of anything an insurance company is going through, especially on the life and health side in this past year, has been a lot. I'm responsible for helping direct that within Swiss Re and working with the clients through those challenges or opportunities, right? I think what has been most challenging, obviously, is working in the life and health insurance space during a global pandemic has had a lot of new questions and challenges come up that nobody had really thought of before, right? It's funny, actually, just like a month before the pandemic, we had just given a chat on pandemics, and everybody in the audience was like, oh, that's not going to happen. And maybe that happened, however long ago. And then, of course, that we end up having a global pandemic. But those kinds of topics are it made everybody, right, regardless of what career you have or your personal life situation is, it kind of made everybody take a different look at how we're doing things, right? But I guess back to the positives, there are a lot of opportunities to digitalize, to improve our service and value offering to clients as they're facing these challenges. So that's also been a lot of fun, looking into how we can kind of keep things going, even though the world was slowed down quite a bit for the last year.
Yeah, and if you can make it through this challenge, you could probably make it through anything for the rest of your career. And then my last question for you is, what are some of the ways that students can better prepare themselves to have a career in risk management and insurance, or do something similar to what you do?
Sure. I think so. ISU provided a lot of opportunities for students to get involved, and so I think it's really important that you take advantage of those. Get to know the people that are in your major with you. Those will end up being your network professionally as well when you graduate, if you stay working in the US. As well, as much exposure as you can to different jobs. Going from the syllabus life in the classes, no matter how good the classes are, it's still a big adjustment once you're out of undergrad, right? So taking advantage of all the resources that are put at your disposal by the College of Business, I think is highly recommended. And then any way that you can get involved and get out there, getting exposed to different kinds of hot topics in the industry or whatever is really going to help prepare students to get out there and get those best interviews.
Awesome. Well, thank you for all the great advice. I super appreciate it. I hope anybody who might be interested in the risk management and insurance major got something very valuable out of it. So thank you a ton, Erin, for sitting down and chatting with me about the major.
Yep. Happy to do so, John. Thanks.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Have a good one.